Hello everyone and welcome to Necesse. Well, this game just received its 1.2 update a couple of days ago as I'm recording this, and it has been in early access for a couple of years at this point, but now it is considered a full release. And a big thank you goes out to the developers for giving me a key. They have given me that key a couple of years ago, but back then we didn't really have enough experience with survival games, but now I think we are ready to actually cover it, especially now that the game is actually out of early access. So I suppose the closest I can think of as a comparison for this game is going to be Terraria. Basically, we'll have to go around the world, hunt down bosses, and they will give us new gear, which we will use to hunt down the more and more difficult bosses. So anyways, let's just go ahead and jump into it, I suppose. One of the biggest changes between the early access and this version is that it is now a singular big map. Previously, it was divided into smaller islands, but now it is a singular, basically an infinite map. And well, that is going to be a little bit easier to navigate because we don't have to go to the edges of the map and travel between the different islands that way. So anyways, now we can create a character. It is a pretty nice character creator. We can create very interesting looking ones. I think I will only go for a simple dwarf character for now. Let's just go ahead and do this. Yeah, that will do. And yeah, this reddish brown hair color. Shirt is okay. Let's just have some brown shoes and yeah, that will do. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. And welcome to the world. Okay then, so thankfully this game has a pretty decent tutorial system. Basically it will just show you what you need to do at the start, and it should be a relatively quick tutorial, and then we will be on our own. It will just basically show you the basics. Now in this game we will also need to manage a small settlement, kind of similar to Terraria, but this game offers a kind of a more in-depth settlement management system. Basically, we'll receive different kinds of settlers and we need to give them houses, jobs, and that kind of stuff. Okay, that will do for the woodcutting. Then we need to create a couple of torches. I will create a couple of stacks, that will do. I will also log them in the inventory right here, in fact at the very start of the inventory, so we will use these first. Next up, we need to talk to the elder. He is going to be our first villager, and he is basically the same as a guide in Terraria. You know, he can give you some tips, explain stuff to you, and stuff like that. Okay then, next up, the tutorial is now asking us to create a workbench, but we don't really have to because we have one in the house already. So there we go, and we can use the wood that we have cut down to make a wooden pickaxe. There we go. Next up, we are ready to go underground. Basically, the world is divided into a overground and an underground map. And ooh, it appears we have a hunter NPC nearby. But he is not visiting us. Or sorry, she is not visiting us. That means that she will be asking us for some extra stuff other than money, I believe. Basically, if an NPC is visiting the village, they will only ask for money to be accepted to the village, but if you find an NPC out in the world like this, then they will be asking for some other stuff as well. So, Sophia, can you please stop? Will you join my settlement? Yeah, other than money, she is also asking for leather, which we don't have, unfortunately. So she will have to wait. Okay then, so we are ready to go underground. And there we go. So this is the underground. Basically, you know, just a cave system. And as you might have guessed, this place is not very safe. We will encounter enemies. And this looks like iron, exactly what I was hoping for. Let's go ahead and mine it because this is the next tutorial we need to take care of. And you know what? Since we are done here, we might as well explore a little bit. Unfortunately, we entered this cave system in a small closed off room, but no worries, we can mine ourselves out. Oh, and there's a zombie next to that lake of lava. Don't worry, the early enemies are not very hard. The hard enemies will come later. Also, we can break these crates and barrels along the way, and that will give us some money and different kinds of loot. Like this, some arrows, you know, stuff like that. Oh, that looks like a money room. Let's go ahead and quickly go there and pick up some money, because what I have in mind for this playthrough is a kind of a summoner build. Basically, we can have different kinds of builds in this game. You know, melee, mages, ranged, and, well, as it happens, summoners. And I would like to go for that one first. Also, keep our distance from this suspiciously tall goblin. I wonder what makes him suspiciously tall, and that is because it was 3 goblins on each other's shoulders. Anyways, just quickly take care of these guys. There we go. Okay, so this room is now cleared out, but don't worry, we can progress further. And by the way, the torches will act as a kind of a inhibitor on the spawning of more enemies. So if you want to keep certain sections of this place clean, just place a couple of torches and that will take care of it. Also, don't get knocked into the lava, obviously. Ooh, and a mysterious portal. Nice. That will be needed for the first boss. Basically, that is going to be the summoning item. Anyways, let's just keep going. I would like to, well, maybe find something nice down here before we go upstairs. And that's a vampire. Sounds dangerous, but it's not too bad. Okay, that also means that we might have a crypt nearby. Okay, can you please stop? Yeah, that is. That's a cemetery. You know what? No, don't hang around. We are getting a little bit low on health. Okay, let's just quickly heal, and there we go. He spawned in the lava lake, and that was not very healthy. Okay then. Yeah, I think we are ready to go upstairs. Okay then, next up, it is asking us to found our settlement. So, we have this settlement flag in this chest. Let's loot everything, and I will also add this chest to the settlement storage. Basically, from now on, the different NPCs that are in the village will be able to use this storage for stashing and picking up stuff. Anyways, this settlement flag will go here, I guess. There we go, and yeah, I think that's it for now. Next up, we can open the settlement management menu with a C, and here we can change the name, make it public. I don't know what this one does actually. I think it might be related to the multiplayer or something like that. I don't know. We can manage the settlers, give them commands, manage their equipment, tell them what they can and cannot eat, and that kind of stuff. Anyways, next we need to talk to the elder, and he is telling us to kill Evil Protector, basically the first boss. Okay, let's accept this one, and that is going to be the end of the tutorial. Right. Okay, old man, please don't mind, but I think I will sleep in your bed for this night. And good morning. Okay then, so we also picked up a couple of maps from this chest, a local village map and a local dungeon map. If you take a look at the map, we can zoom out quite far and we can scroll very far. So as I've said, the world is now a single big interconnected map, and if we use these maps, that will reveal the location of a settlement and a dungeon entrance. Ooh, this one is actually pretty far away. Oh well, I will move the health potion here, lock it, the recall scroll as well. This is basically our town portal. What else? I think that's it for now. Okay, the rest of this stuff can go into the chest. Not the money. I think I will keep the money because in case we have a merchant visiting, this one will come in handy. And that will do. Okay, next up. Let's go ahead and maybe make a forge. This is where we can smelt the raw ores into usable ingots. Also, I think I will move this display case. It's not really important to have over there right now. And I think I will put the furnace in its place. Yeah, that will do. And I suppose we can start smelting. So we did pick up some iron ore down in the mines. Let's just put them into the forge and use some of this wood to fuel the forge. That will do for now. Unfortunately, this amount of wood will not be enough. We need to go downstairs and mine some more. Did I pick up anything else? Not really. I was kind of hoping for some bombs, but well, I'm sure we will find some eventually. So basically we are looking for different structures down here that will surely help us to, you know, find more loot. Okay, can you please leave me alone? There we go. Another mysterious portal. Get used to finding these mysterious portals early on. As I said, these are the summoning items for the first boss. There we go. Let's see what you guys have. Some potions. And yeah, some arrows. Nothing really all that interesting. Okay, let's go around and let's see what else we have here. Nice, more iron, exactly what we need. But we don't have any bombs yet. Basically, bombs will make mining a lot easier. By the way, that is a cave link. As you can see, he is carrying some stuff on it, basically ores. And if we are quick enough, we can catch it, but he is a little bit too fast for us right now. Anyways, can you please leave me alone? Thank you. Let's just pick up this chest real quick. There. Mine ourselves into this section of the mines. Okay, that looks like another biome. We don't want to go there yet. These guys will be a lot harder than just the regular zombies, so you know what? Let's just get out of here. Can you please leave me alone? Maybe we can deal with one jackal, although I'm not sure. Yeah, they hit really hard. And there we go. Well, this was inevitable, unfortunately. No problem, we can spawn right back in the village, we can go downstairs and pick up our stuff. Yeah, we are using the most basic weapons right now, and those are not very efficient. Thankfully, we are always marking our last point of demise, so we can know where we need to go back to. Also, apparently Jackal didn't despawn. Can you please just go away? There we go. Whew. As I said, those guys are not going to be easy. Anyways, did we pick up some bombs? No. Okay, fine, I will mine this one out manually. That's a lot of zombies, but no worries, they are pretty easy to deal with. Basically, even the most basic sword will keep them at bay. Yeah, that's about it. These zombies are not very intimidating. Ooh, that was close, but we managed. Yeah, let's just try to heal. How many potions do we have? We have 5 potions left. Thankfully, they are pretty easy to find down here, but still, we need to be careful. Okay, I think that's going to be enough iron for now. Let me just pick up this chest and I think we can go upstairs. Also, don't worry about this beetroot guy. I have no idea what he's supposed to be. I think this is how we can get beetroot seeds or something, I don't know. Anyways, let's just go ahead and go upstairs. We do have 2 recall scrolls, but that's not a lot. So you know what, I think I will just go ahead and walk back home. Ooh, nice, exactly who I was hoping for. It's the exotic merchant. This guy is selling this, the brain on a stick. This is a summoning weapon. This will summon some zombies. Exactly. Very good. Okay, let me quickly put away the stuff that we don't need to carry around. Most of this can go in the chest. And there we go. In fact, this is cabbage seeds. I think I will get rid of these sunflowers and start growing some cabbages instead. I think that will be better for our village. By the way, what else do you have in stock? You have a pirate map, some pumpkin pie. Ooh, rope. Yes, I want to buy some rope. This is what we need to basically move some animals around. This will come in handy later. What else? Some cosmetic items. And that's it. Right. Okay. I think we are done with you for now. Can we start smelting this iron ore, please? This will give us 12 more or 11 more. Not a lot, but it will do. Good. And yeah, as I said, I will replace those sunflowers with some cabbages. And good morning. Well, let me see. Well, now that we have this brain on a stick, unfortunately we didn't pick up any upgrade scrolls when we were downstairs. So we just had to make do with this default one. But that's fine. So if we use it, we now have a little zombie as a minion, and he will do our basically fighting for us. Okay then, now. You know what? It is now only a matter of time before we have our first villager come to the settlement. So let me maybe try to work on a new house. So first things first, for that one we will need to have the carpenter's bench. Let's just pick up this iron ore, iron bars and make a carpenter's bench. There, you can go there, I guess, it's fine. Okay, then the rest of it can go into this chest, that's fine. In fact, we will also need wool, which we can get from sheep, but I don't want to kill the sheep, so we will need to make some of these shears to, you know, get the wool from the sheep without killing them. Now that we have made one, let me maybe try to find some sheep nearby. Let us zoom out. Yeah, by the way, in this game you can zoom in and out. And we have some sheep right here. Only 2 of them, not a lot. We need 10 wool for every bed, so we will need a lot more of these guys. Ooh, nice. A ranged weapon finally. You come with us. Also, oh, there we go. Some bees. I would like to start an apiary relatively soon. That will give us 5 honey. And I think that is exactly how many we need to make our first apiary. Very good. Yeah, let's keep harvesting the wool from the sheep. It appears we have an NPC village. Very nice. Let me see what they have to offer. Now, we can convince some of these villagers to come to our village, but I think they will be... Yeah, they will ask for some other stuff other than just money. Anyways, this is just a regular villager, and they will do, you know, grunt work around the place. This guy is a farmer, as you might have guessed. He is going to tend to the farms and stuff like that. Also, you know what? Do they have anything that maybe we can take? Sure, I will take some of this stuff. They don't really mind, as long as they don't see. Ooh, and we can take a cosmetic set for a farmer's outfit. But I don't think I will. Right, I think we will leave it here for now. I suppose we could harvest their crops and plant it in our own farmstead. And it's all wheat. No, it's okay. I suppose if we really wanted to, we can buy some seeds from this guy, right? You, can you please give me, wheat seeds. And it is pretty cheap as well. Okay, I will buy some right now. Sure, this much. Anyways, can we please find some more sheep? We only have 17 wool, and as I said, we need at least 10 for every bed. So we need a lot more if we want to have a nice big village. Ooh, more villagers. So that is a blacksmith, a villager, a hunter, a farmer. This place is a bit bigger than I expected. I only saw 2 villagers, but they have a lot more. Maybe we can convince the blacksmith, I don't know. Ooh, and we have the first villager in our village, and another farmer. Okay. So we have Winnie the villager visiting the village. How far are we? Relatively close. Yeah, he will still be there by the time we get back home. Let me just try to find a couple of more sheep, and then we will go home. Okay then, so where is Winnie? There you are. So, theoretically, she should only be asking for money to settle down. Exactly, okay. Can you please settle in our village? And that also means that we need to give her a bed now. So we need to use this amount of wool to make a bed, and obviously some wood as well. So yeah, made it out of spruce. And let's just put it into this room for now. Eventually I would have to give everyone their own room, but that will have to wait. Anyways, settler, can you please use this bed? There we go. They are not very happy, but they will manage. Oh, anyways, now that we have a villager, we can start automating stuff around the place. So, if you take a look at the work priorities, she can do hauling, crafting, forestry, and farming. So basically, if we have crops ready to harvest, they will come here, harvest them, and stash them away in one of these boxes. And she can also craft stuff. For example, if we tell this forge to start smelting iron and copper and gold, and if we tell it to do it forever, then if we have anything to smelt, then she will go and pick those up, put them into the forge, and they will smelt them. Very, very handy. Okay then, and also she will automatically refuel the forge, so from now on it is completely automated. Very, very handy. Yeah, all this stuff can go into the box, and I suppose we might as well use some of these other boxes that we have picked up, so we can expand the storage space in the village. And don't forget to add all these to the village storage. Yeah, there we go. Okay then, it is now a little bit too late. Yeah, you know what? Let's just let these two sleep. I will go down into the mines. So we have explored a lot in this direction, but not in this direction. If we dig a little bit further this way, I think we will uncover some more caves. Ooh, this looks like a challenge room. Okay, let me quickly make sure that we are not going to step on this pressure plate, because this is a trap on this wall. Let me see. Yeah, a challenge room. Okay, basically, the way it works is that we need to follow this pattern on this, I don't know, obstacle course or something. So, let me see if I can do it. We need to be quick about this, because once we step off these wooden plates, this will start disappearing. So let me see if I can make it. There we go. Okay, first one is finished. Next up, we need to do this one as well. Ooh, there we go, managed. It is actually harder than it looks, because, you know, you need to keep an eye on both sides at the same time. Anyways, this will give us a couple of nice stuff, and finally some bombs. This will make mining a lot easier. Anyways, this is, ooh, a shine belt with extra resistance. Yes, yes please. And what else? Stamina capacity, yes please. And this is going to be equipment, lost 4% damage, that's not too bad. What else? And this one is for a magic weapon. We can make it plus 5% damage, attack speed, mana usage, stuff like that. If we had a magic weapon, we could use this scroll to enchant it, basically. Anyways, I think we are done with this one. Unfortunately, we cannot pick up anything in these rooms because they are protected, so we cannot take these chests with us. But you know what, it's fine, it's just 2 chests. We have plenty of stuff from this room. Anyways, what is on this side? Ooh, some more stuff. Okay, I think that is going to be enough exploration for now. Let me just quickly stash away the stuff that we have picked up. And most of this stuff can go in these chests. That's going to be fine. And there we go. Okay, so you know what? Let's close out this episode by doing some building. We have plenty of stone at our disposal now. And I think we can make some nice furniture for a first house. So you know what? Let's go ahead and make a couple of stone walls. Ooh, and we have a farmer who come to the village. Yeah, he's only asking for money. Yeah, you know what? Welcome aboard. Okay, can we please not let the chicken leave? Okay, we can only buy these chickens, never mind. Okay, fine, they can leave. So, we need to give the farmer a bed. Unfortunately, we don't have enough wool for this. Okay, I will go out and maybe hunt down some sheep in the morning. And good morning. Okay, so we have oh, there we go, there's some sheep. Exactly what I was hoping for. There. Oh, lovely, we have plenty of sheep in this direction. I was about to say that we have explored to the west, but not to the east. As it happens, we have plenty of sheep in to the east. Lovely. Okay, so that is 14 wool. I believe we had 7 at home, so we can make 2 more beds. Okay, I think that will do for now. So let's go home and maybe build some housing. So here, let's go ahead and make some stone walls. Not a lot, maybe, I don't know, how many stone we have? 308. Yeah, you know what, let's use most of it. Let's make 50, and let's make the floor out of wood instead. So let me see. Wood floors is here, but we don't have any logs. Okay, we can also set up a small forestry area. So I tell you what, do we have any iron that is good to go? Here, yes, we can make an anvil. Good. I will use this to make a... we are out of iron. No, logs. Okay. Let me quickly cut this one down. There we go. And we can use these logs and the iron to make a iron axe. Or, never mind, golden axe. Yeah, even better. Okay, so this will make chopping down the trees a lot faster now. Okay then, so we have 10 saplings that we can plant. I will put them here for now. We can move this around later, it's not permanent. Yeah, let's just create a small 3x3. And we have plenty of spruce as well. Okay, let me quickly cut this on. There we go. And yeah, let's just put some spruce saplings around the oak. It's fine. Yeah, that will do quite nicely. Let me just make sure that we can actually see what we are doing. So cut that one and these, and next we will designate a forestry zone, basically around these. All we need to do is assign work and assign forestry zone. We will just designate all this as a forestry zone, and that's all we need to do. Allow chopping of the trees and replant chopped down trees. There we go. So now that as soon as these saplings grow up, the villagers will come here, chop them down, replant the tree, and we will have a steady source of wood. Next up, let's quickly make a bed for the new farmer. That will do. For now, I will just put it into this room. We will move them out in a second. For now, can you please just use this bed for yourself? There we go. So, we have the walls. Next up, let's make some flooring. That one. That will do. And we will also need to have at least one door and a couple of furnitures. So we do have all the beds already, so that's fine, but I believe the more furniture we have in the room, the happier the inhabitants will be. So let's make a bookshelf, a table, a couple of chairs, a dresser maybe, a clock, although that one uses iron bars, maybe not. Yeah, a candelabra, sure. That will be nice lighting for the room. So let's go ahead and put a small house maybe here. So I think for the floor plan, I will go for not just a square room, try to make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe have a small entrance hole here and a room just behind it like this. You know, anything other than just a boring rectangle. And there we go. This is going to be our first little village house. there, then the door goes there. There we go. Let's put the candelabra here. Let's just go and pick up the beds real quick. Yes, this will be a shared room for now. There we go, these two. Let's put one bed here and the other bed. Where is it? There you are. There. Let's have the dresser. Is it? Yeah, it is a 1x1. You can go in between the beds. Then a table can go here and a couple of chairs around it. There and there. It is a bit cramped, but it will do. Okay, so we have lighting, we have the beds. It is ready for habitation. There and there. And yeah, now they are green, so they are a lot happier. They have a nice furnished room to live in. Okay, now we do have this forestry zone. What if we make it a bit more organized? Do we have any chests that we have picked up recently? Not really. That's fine. We can make some ourselves. Let's have a spruce chest. I will put it out here. Sure. And I will add this to the settlement storage, but not allow anything to go into it. I want to specify what can go in here. Next, we want to specify how much we can store in here. I want to have max stacks of each items, and I only want to have 2 stacks of each item. And then I only want to have logs, and doesn't matter what kind of logs, each of these can go in here. And I want to have the saplings as well. A sapling. Any of these saplings I think I will allow for now. Yeah, that will do. So this is going to be the place where we will store the wood and the saplings. But right now all the chests are the same priority, and these are also able to store these kinds of stuffs. So let's set this one to be top priority. So any kind of wood and saplings from here will be taken here, and any future harvest will also be taken here. So there we go. Okay, sorry Jared, but I think I will use your bed for tonight. And good morning. I suppose we can create a small fencing around the forestry area, although, you know, it doesn't really make sense to cordon it off because it's fine. But I also want to create a small farm. I think, did we pick up some more seeds in the meantime? Yeah, we do have some more cabbage seeds. Sunflower seeds I will not use. I don't really mind the sunflowers, that's fine. But we do have the wheat, very good. Anything else? Some more cabbage. Yeah. Okay, so we do have this small farm in the back, but I would like to have something more substantial. So if you don't mind, I think I will quickly eat something. There we go, we have some cabbage here. There we go. Also, we have a blacksmith visiting us. We will not be able to give him a bed, although let me just check. Oh, never mind, we can make one more bed. Okay, one more bed for the new blacksmith. It will go into the elder's room for now. Sam, welcome aboard. Very nice. Obviously, this guy will be very good with the anvil. Anyways, work priorities. You know what? The farmer will be for farming and fertilizing. The blacksmith will be for crafting, and the villager will be for forestry mainly. Everyone else, if you have nothing better to do, please haul stuff around. And there we go. So, anyways, for the farm, first we need to create some farm fields. So we can make a single one. Well, we either wait for this forestry area to start growing, or we can just go out and cut down some more trees. Yeah, this will do. So next up, let's plant some cabbage, and I will replace all these sunflowers because I don't really care about sunflowers. By the way, what can we use these sunflowers for? We can use this crafting guide to take a look what we can use sunflowers for. Life elixir permanently increases health by 10 up to 10 times. Ooh, okay. That will require life quartz. Okay, we don't have that one yet, so it's not really relevant. Revival potion. Okay, health potions. Actually, that means that we might want to have some sunflowers at our disposal. Yeah, you know what? Let's just plant, I don't know, 4 of them. Yeah, that will be enough. Then some wheat. 6 of that, and yeah, the rest can be cabbage, sure. We need to keep the people fed. So that will do. And right, now that we are farming, we might want to set up a farming chest as well. Let me see, can we make one more chest, please? Not really, without going out and cutting down some more trees. I think I will put this one here. So once again, add it to the settlement storage. Let's just have 2 stacks of each item that can go into this box at maximum. Clear everything, and then I will go for not all consumables, just raw food. Fish, I suppose, food items, sure, and maybe the seeds themselves. So seeds and all these can be stored in here, and that is going to be top priority. So basically, this box is going to be for food and seeds. There we go. Okay, and all the villagers will come, pick up the stuff from these boxes and put them in here. Nice. Also, why is this rooster not leaving the place? Can you please just get out of here? Okay, I don't mean to... There we go. I just wanted to get rid of the door. Now the rooster is free to leave. Okay, there we go. Okay, then I think this is going to be it for this episode because the recording is over an hour at this time. I suppose we will have some fast forwarding down in the mines. I haven't decided how I will edit this yet. I guess we will see the end result once it's finished. Anyways, all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.